I want to get into social media again today. So, X has decided to have my settings locked on sensitivity. So, for those of you that can't see my posts on X, it's because X decided that I have posted sensitive content, and so they have locked the button that allows me to control if I want to label my content sensitive or not. So that's upsetting. I found that out through a friend of mine who got on X just for me, and she let me know that she had a problem because X wanted her to verify her age by sending her ID. But that doesn't seem right to me. That doesn't seem like that's something that should be allowed. So I got upset, and I was looking for alternatives to X. Because when I was going through the process of trying to get it appealed and trying to get help from the help center, I got put in this endless loop of, you're not logged into your account. But I am. I'd log in, and it would send me back to the same page, telling me I wasn't logged in. So, I couldn't make an appeal, I couldn't do anything. I had that setting put as sensitive content because I didn't want children seeing my stuff. Just in case I was reposting something with language, or I was sharing something that had language in it. Just out of precaution, you know? So, regardless, in my search for a new app, there's been a lot of issues. So I went to Rumble, because Rumble was supposed to be a right-wing platform. They don't allow you to share videos. So I can't bring the podcast over to that platform. I can't share it. So I have to start from scratch. I don't want to do that. Then I went to Truth Social. They allowed you to share videos. So I did. I made my account, started transferring videos from this account over to Truth Social, and I got banned for it. I don't know why, but I did. So the problem I'm having with these conservative platforms is that, besides Rumble, that's totally fine, that's their thing. When it comes to Truth Social, though, that's a Democrat thing. See, conservatives, they'll tell you, this is what you violated, and this is what you need to fix to get back in. This didn't happen. A platform that should be sending you notifications of, hey, so this is what you violated, this is what you got to do to fix it. They didn't send any information at all. I just could not get in. And when I tried logging in, it told me that your account was either suspended or banned for doing nothing. So, it leaves me with the whole, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Which is why I am more determined now than ever, in 4 years when I'm governor, to make an app. I tried making an app years ago. It didn't work out. It seemed too easy. It seemed like it wasn't actually productive. And then I looked at Discord, and they had tons of servers that allowed you to make your own apps. But I don't trust that. I don't want people steal my ideas. So, I will continue to use X and YouTube for 4 more years. And then once I'm governor, I will launch my new app. Because there has to be a change. This has to change. The app should not make its users jump through hoops just to use a platform. That's ridiculous. There has to be something so people know what to click on and stuff. I mean, sure, you want safe platforms, so you want people to click buttons and mark their settings correctly, but no one should have to verify with ID online because anything could happen. And now somebody's got their ID, their information. It's one thing if you were to sign in to the account and it asked you to create an ID, that's one thing. Totally different thing. But that's unacceptable. That's just wrong. That's just really wrong. Now, the issue I have is all my content has been labeled as sensitive. Even these videos are labeled as sensitive on X. So their system's broken. I did talk to Grok about it, and Grok let me know that a common issue with X right now is it's understaffed, and most of it's all automated. And there have been many complaints about it. Many. Especially about how it sends you in this endless loop when trying to fix an issue. So, I'm seeing a lot of flaws in our social media. I'm seeing how a lot of apps are just not working. I mean, my old phone would tell me that this app isn't responding. TikTok was classic for that. It would not respond. X would also not respond. I haven't had that problem with this new phone, but this is 2026. We've come a long way in our technology. To have it not respond bothers me. It's a concern I have. The censorship as well. I don't like censorship. I agree that there needs to be rules. Sure, absolutely. But the rules need to be fair. You have lots of apps out there that are not for adult content, so don't post adult content. That's fine. We first saw this as an attack on free speech when Tumblr was attacked, and I get the reasoning. I understand it. At the time, Tumblr was a place for everybody. So I understand why they wanted to censor some of it. It made a lot of people unhappy, though. I wasn't a big fan of Tumblr. It just wasn't. The community seemed to be fake. Lots of fake people on there, so it wasn't a big loss to me. But yeah, we've seen this before. But now it seems censorship is taking over to a different extent, a different length. And there's a lot of complaints about X right now, a lot of complaints about these social platforms. I don't know the right answer for it, other than I just need to go make my own app. When I've mentioned this before, I've had people tell me I'll use it, so thank you. I just want us having freedom again. I want us to have a place where we can all talk, get to know each other online. I would much rather prefer people get to know each other in the real world, though, because that's where I live. I don't live online, clearly. But at the same time, I get it. I understand why some apps are ran this way, but it's a hindrance on everybody else, especially if people aren't posting anything inappropriate. And that's another thing too. We used to have, these are inappropriate, these are not. But unfortunately, as time went on, more envelopes got pushed until now everything's allowed. And now they're trying to backtrack. Well, no, not everything's allowed, but you open that door. And when you open that door, it's hard to close it. And that's what they did. They opened the door to everything's allowed. You can say all these curse words on the internet. You can post whatever you want. But now there's censorship. Too late. You can't expose everything like this and say, we're going to allow everything in. But then to say, no, this isn't allowed. I mean, now we can't even say words for certain weapons. We can't talk about death without being censored. Things that used to be the mainstream. I mean, movies talk about death all the time. Movies didn't used to have cuss words in them, though. At least not consecutively. I mean, you may have been able to sneak in maybe 3, 4. But not like we have today. It's apparent today. It's huge. So, I don't like the double standard now. I don't like that they're trying to put the cat back in the bag when they're the ones that released it. The Democrats wanted this. They wanted freedom of speech to this degree. But now it's not to their liking anymore, so they want to silence people. It's wrong. And these apps, they're ran by Democrats, typically. We have one ran by Elon, but Elon's not really part of a party right now. I mean, he meant things with Trump, but nothing's been talked about where he stands with Republicans or Democrats. And Elon's a busy guy. He can't always manage his own app. I get it. But at the same time, he should have hired more people who could actually do the job. I would say to fix X, you would need to hire the right people to respect what Elon wanted to do and open channels for open communication and freedom of speech. But I would also recommend that the people would also try to do their best to make X somewhat safer for people to access. Too much security can be a big problem because you can be locked out of your account and you are the one that actually owns that account. The other problem with social media is when that becomes your job. And I've talked about this before with influencers. Influencers believe they're above the law. Not all, but some. And they have shown that when they have disrespected officers online, on camera, when they commit crimes on camera, and think that they can get away with it because of who they are. No. So, that's what we have right now. We have this issue with social media, influencers, and the apps are not being ran the way they're supposed to be. There is no reason to ban someone simply because they're sharing videos. And I get why you get a warning. Hey, you're spamming. Please stop posting so much. Okay, fine. Or wait 10 minutes or whatever. Or get a notification. Hey, you violated this law, this rule. Fix it. Not a problem. You give people chances. That's what Republicans do. So for a site that's ran by Republicans not to do that, it sends a bad message. I don't like double standards. I don't like not being able to trust people. I don't like having these problems. So, if you want to see change in the right direction, support me, support this channel, so that in 4 years I can make an app to make everybody happy. Well, majority anyway. Not everybody's gonna like it, but what are you gonna do? You did your best. That's all you can do. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I guess I could talk a little bit more about influencers. Common problem with influencers is when there's a feud, you gotta pick a side. No, both sides can be right, just not seeing each other's perspectives. And what I found in influencers is that they become very selfish, self-absorbed. They really want to be the center of attention. And so they do things. They pull pranks, they do this or that in the real world, and it's not well received. Why? Because nobody watches you, dude. Nobody knows what you do. It's a publicity stunt, is what we used to call it. So this doesn't work. And we've given too much power to most of these people. We've given too much attention to some of these people. My problem with influencers is that they got their following and they got their followers and power and money and all this stuff when they're not even that interesting. What do they contribute to? What do they bring to the table as far as being on the social media? Nothing. Not really. Some will bring entertainment, and then that's fine. No problem with entertainment as long as it's, something that everybody's gonna like and enjoy. But a lot of these people I'm looking at, they just seem stupid. It's stupid humor, or it's soul-sucking stupidity that just makes you question their intelligence. And why do people follow these people? I have no clue. No clue at all. But yeah, that's kind of a problem with social media, is that it allows any person to become famous very quickly. And that person may not be able to manage the fame or the fortune that comes with it. Or they just have a big issue with putting out content that is meaningless dribble. I like content creators who bring not just creativity and entertainment, but also bring in a source of intelligence to it. A lot of YouTubers and people, they lack that intellect. They bring entertainment to some people, but to others, that's just stupid. So the reactors, the people that react to those videos, are the one destroying them and causing more content in their channel, because people like me will usually agree with them. So I see why they exist, and they exist for the sheer enjoyment of everybody laughing at them and poking fun at their creativity, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I think that social media gave too much attention to all the wrong people. That's what I think. So I think that influencers have too much influence when they shouldn't. I think that there are a lot of influencers out there that should not have a following just because they don't contribute. The followers they have are listening to them, and some of them will do it, whatever they say. So they are mismanaging their power, their influence. And you have that in high school all the time. But this is on a larger scale. Where they're using social media to get people to validate their political viewpoints, or they're using it to get people to agree with them and go on the radicalization train. It can be a huge problem. Huge problem. They're using the social media apps and platforms to spread hate and celebrate people's deaths. So we're seeing a different kind of people right now. And It's just really heartbreaking that this is what they chose to do with their platforms. So yeah, social media is dangerous. And the problem is people don't take online threats seriously because it's online. No, you should. A threat's a threat regardless. So, I want to see social media change this year. I want to see some changes done to it. I don't know if it's going to happen though. But I'm fed up. I'm done. I would much rather have my own app so I can trust it's being managed correctly and people are happy with it. There's no such thing as a perfect system, but you can have a good system or a better system. The problem with systems is that they start off either with a good intention or a bad intention, but the good intentions are the ones that can easily get corrupted. The bad intentions, not so much. That's what bothers me. There's supposed to be a balance in the world. Good versus evil. You can't have one without the other, right? But yet, why is it that a good system can get infected and then corrupted, but a bad system rarely has that happen? It's troublesome to think about. But yeah, that's just what's on my mind today. Thought I would share with you guys about my struggles with this issue with X and Truth Social. I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. Also, I did tag the staff and support on X, and the post was removed a few minutes after me posting it. So I asked Grok why that happened, and it said that, that'll happen to prevent site manipulation. If you're trying to make the site look bad or show people that it's got some flaws, they'll remove it. I'm like, oh, that's good to know. So, if you're looking for honesty, social media apps don't really have it. Social media apps tend to lie to you and betray you and want you to know what they want you to know. So keep that in mind. I got more to talk about today, but I want to put this one out first because it was most recent, and I want people to know on YouTube the struggles with being on X. So, thank you for watching, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and please support this channel, please support the podcast, please support my dreams and what I want to accomplish. It can be very difficult watching the world the way it is right now and trying to make a difference. It can seem discouraging. So, as great as my confidence is, as great as my self-esteem is, I still would like the support. And I would like to be able to hear from my followers that they appreciate what I say. Because that would mean a lot. I don't look for validation, but I would just like to know that I'm making a difference. Pretty much all I'm trying to say. So, thank you, and have a great day.